what's up, friends? Welcome back to
the Nerd Guys Podcast.
Ooh.
If you're wondering why we keep saying take 1, 2, and 3, it's because we're recording this for YouTube, and the less work we have to do, the better. Sorry for the YouTube fam, you won't know anything that's going on right now, but if you joined the Twitch stream, you would be clued in.
You're probably gonna cut some of these parts out because, what I'm doing is I'm hitting the record button, so we cut it off. So I'm not gonna send you the failed parts because that would be insane.
Yeah.
The less work that we have to do, the better for everyone. Bruh.
Hey yo, the world's going crazy. The world's going crazy. Like, why can't we be happy with the way that we look? Like, yeah, going to the gym, toning up and whatnot should be good, but we're not here to talk about that. Today we got a banging topic for y'all. Speaking of the world being happy with the way that they look, last time I checked, I'm fat.
Yeah, same.
You fat.
Yeah.
We fat together.
That's right.
And we fat because we like food. Yeah. So today we got our Food Masters episode.
That's right. So both of us are foodies. We love food. We like reviewing food.
I try to be. Try to be a foodie.
Little thing I'll put here. There might be a series of us trying foods that'll come to YouTube. So, just a little free thing for you guys.
I am very picky when it comes to food. And I'm telling you right now, I probably would wind up barfing. Just FYI.
Yeah, so, today we got the food, and I thought I'd drop that in because it's related, some food related content, and it's something that I've actually wanted to do for a long time because I do like food, and I like food reviews, and I also like cooking food. So today we're going to be talking about that, but let's start off with our introductions. I'm Jamie Shadow 9.
I'm Kitsune Sai.
And we're the Nerd Guys.
Yeah. That's the smoothest intro that you ever heard from Nerd Guys. Cause we men. We big, strong men.
Big, strong men.
Yeah, the crazy part is people hear us say that we're fat, look at us and be like, bro, you're not even that big.
So, I have it's funny, anytime that I say that I'm fat, everyone's like, no, you're just chunky. And I'm like, no, bro. If I can feel my weight, I'm fat, bro.
I know, I feel that. Like, bro.
If I sit here and I look at myself in the mirror and I'm like, bro, you need to slim down. Like,
I was about to say, anywho, some of the topics for today will be notable foods of our city.
Yeah, so we live in Philly. So
You weren't supposed to tell him yet.
Bruh.
He gave it away. We live in Philly, so you should be able to guess some of the foods that we're going to talk about.
Yeah. We're going to talk about the history of some of the foods that are here in Philly. Local things that Philly is known for.
Yeah. Some of our favorite places to eat.
Hyped places. We'll elaborate later.
Yeah. Yeah. Hyped, gassed.
Yeah, so...
trash, whatever you want to call it. You want to talk about some places that, in our opinion, are overhyped. Some of our choices might shock you.
One of them had Kitsune rolling, and I'm proud of myself for it.
Yeah. And one of them wrecked your boy Jamie. And I was sad. I was sad that day.
My stomach was like, bruh, what did you do?
It was like, what did you do?
I
It was
mean,
like, bruh, I'm nice to you.
to give you clarification, I'm not gonna. We're gonna talk about it later, but like we had General Tso's chicken that was also kind of spicy, and it did not mess up my stomach.
Alright. So, you want me to start or you want to start?
I'm sorry.
Go for it.
So, if you live in Philly, you know the foods that we're known for. So, cheesesteaks, soft pretzels.
Pizza.
No, that's New York.
Eh.
We can't have that.
Everybody knows that Philly's pizza is better than New York pizza.
Oh no, he's gonna start a war. And water ice. Not water ice, water ice.
Not water ice, not Italian ice. Water ice.
Water ice.
Water.
Our boy Epsy is probably like cringing right now.
Water ice. And no, we not talking about no Rita's.
Yeah.
Rita's is alright.
Rita's alright.
It's alright. It's chilling.
You'll get better water ice from like a Poppy store or something.
Yeah, we'll talk about that later. But are those only notable foods that Philadelphia is known for? Oh, I'm sorry, I forgot one. Cream cheese. I don't
Do
know.
we really count that one though? Because it's kind of you just put it on stuff.
I mean, if we count water ice and pretzels as food, then
But water ice you can like eat, like just eat. Who's out here just scooping some?
Hey.
Listen, I'm
there are
fair.
people. There are people that just eat whipped cream. I'm one of them.
Oh, okay.
Bro, whipped cream by itself is slamming. It's good.
I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I used to eat the little cheese, like the sprayable cheese, just by itself. So
It'd be a little cheesy.
that was actually one of my nicknames when I was in school.
Oh god. We're not even gonna get into that. I'm sorry. I take issue with that nickname because I'm like, oh my god, I'm gonna call you cheesy because you're always cheesy and you always smile, and it just makes the kid go, and you're just like, ah, and I'm like, really? Really? I just stand there like Dave Chappelle. I'm just like, hate.
Did you get it?
I think so. I think I clipped this win. Sorry, there's a gnat flying around.
Yeah, but let's dive into the history of the cheesesteak.
So, if you're from Philly, you know that we're known for cheesesteaks. Anywhere else you go in the country, they tend to call them Philly cheesesteaks, Philadelphia cheesesteaks, or any variation of Philly cheesesteak. The original cheesesteak is credited to two individuals, Pat and Harry Olivieri. I apologize if I butchered the last name. In 1930. They invented the cheesesteak when Pat and his brother, a hot dog vendor, and the namesake of the famous Pat's King of Steaks here in Philly, threw beef on a grill to make a sandwich. While he was making said sandwich, a passing cab driver asked for one. And apparently after that, that's all she wrote. A cheesesteak, according to, I think this was Charlie's.com, their blog. For those who don't know, we get our information from specific like from different sources. The sources for this part were taken from visitphilly.com, Charlie's Cheesesteak, like the corporation, their blog, Philadelphia Encyclopedia, and Philadelphia Encyclopedia. like apparently, according to them, the Philadelphian way of eating a cheesesteak is normally consumed with, quote, provolone, whiz, or American cheese, with fried onions or not. I'm gonna tell you like this. I've been a Philadelphian for over 27 years. There's only one way to get a cheesesteak when you come to Philly, and that's with salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, and fried onions.
Yep.
And yes, you heard that right. Salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, and fried onions. It's all one word.
I mean, you could like separate it because, like, depending on where you go, they might not. They might think you speaking a different language.
Bro,
it's your first time here.
Everywhere I'm going, I've been like, yo, let me get a cheesesteak platter with salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, fried onions.
No, but we live here.
You right.
If you're visiting, you might have to like
salt, pepper, ketchup, and fried onions.
Because like even I do that. Like when I go to like a cheesesteak place or my favorite hoagie place, I just go blah 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 blah, and then they're like, "Yo, I got you, Poppy."
Oh yeah, that's another one. Another notable sandwich that or food. We didn't cover the hoagie.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Like we don't know the history of a hoagie, but they're good. Like, bruh, it's literally a sandwich on an Italian long roll.
And I think we're the one state that calls it hoagies, because I think most of the world calls it subs.
New York calls it a hero, at least last I heard. That was like years ago.
Yeah.
And like everywhere else calls it a sub.
Yeah.
Personally, a sub to me is anything that either A, comes from Subway, or B, is hot.
I was also thinking like something warm, like a meatball sub. That's a sub to me.
Yeah, exactly. But even here in Philly, they call them hot hoagies.
True, but I don't know how I feel about that, because like most hoagies that I eat are cold.
Be like, hey yo, let me get a double H. Let me get a hot hoagie. Let me get a cold cut. Hey, the first time I heard cold cut, I was like, a what? Like, yo, cold cut. I was like, a hoagie? You want a hoagie? But yeah, let me get a hoagie. But anyway, back to cheesesteaks. So, if you're one of those people, like a super Philadelphian, you gonna ask for salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, fried onions, and hot sauce. And if you get fries, you better ask for salt, pepper, ketchup, and hot sauce. Like, there's a whole song dedicated to it. You know what? If I'm feeling it, I'll leave the link in the description. Cause like it's literally a song. If you get chicken wings from any Chinese spot in Philly, you better ask for salt, pepper, ketchup at the minimum.
Yeah. Especially if you ask for the platter. If you ask for the platter, I will not accept you if you do not have salt, pepper, ketchup at least. Because that's the one. Don't get me wrong, like all these, we have some good Chinese spots that we throw in here that have some fantastic food and platters, especially like the chicken wing platters. But I'm gonna tell you right now, what do I get on mine? Salt, pepper, ketchup. On my fries, on my cheese fries, on my chicken.
Yup.
On my cheesesteak.
Yup. Salt, pepper, ketchup on everything.
That's
except
right.
your hoagie.
Well, salt, pepper,
and oregano. Yeah, you change the ketchup out for oregano.
Yeah. Oh, well, oil.
Yeah, I'm not that Philadelphian. I don't do oil. I could do without the extra oil, but that's just my personal preference.
I like the oil because like it does preserve it when if you do put it in the fridge.
Yeah.
So.
Well, that's why I get mayo.
I also put mayo on it as well.
Yeah, if you thought we were going to be on here talking about this super posh restaurant is a really great place. Nah, we get down with the real Philadelphia, like the spots that be in the cut, and we all know that in every major city, the best food is always in the most sketchy neighborhoods.
Listen, I give shout outs to all the stores that are in the rougher parts of Philly because y'all be putting it out. Y'all love it.
Y'all be putting in work.
That's right.
If you can go get a cheesesteak platter for $5, it'll be the best cheesesteak platter you ever got.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Oh. Well, speaking of our other local foods, let's talk about soft pretzels.
Yay, soft pretzels. Yes, they better than New York pretzels. Get at us. Bro, somebody's gonna get so offended by this.
So upset.
Man, New York, we got pretzels too. And we don't got the cheesesteak. We got the chopped cheese.
I mean,
I watched a BuzzFeed video where somebody from Philly chose the chopped cheese over a cheesesteak. I'm like, no.
Here's my thing, right? They are essentially the same thing. Essentially. Like,
You literally just make one with ground beef instead of skirt steak.
Exactly. So, to be honest, it's not really like a competition. Like, I'm like, bro, it's food. I'm gonna eat it. Like,
I'ma eat it.
Yeah. Oh, but in Philadelphia, where we live, a street vendor named Daniel Christopher Kleiss.
Pretty sure he was I don't want to say German, but it sounds kind of.
It sounds either German or Swiss.
Probably, yeah.
So soft pretzels as early as the 1820s. The Sturgis family.
Sturgis?
Sturgis?
I think it's Sturgis family.
Okay. Sturgis family of Latisse. Sorry, I'm having trouble reading.
It's hard.
Reading is hard.
Hey, yo. That instantly took me back to the meme of 50 cents.
Oh my god, yo. No.
I gave you $50 million to read a book.
Yeah, don't start that. We will be here all day. Oh.
Hey, I give you $50 million to read that next line.
Oh my god. Which started the first commercial. Bro, stop it. Pretzel Bakery in 1861.
Pretzel Bakery in 1861?
Oh, stop it.
Nah, for real. Nah, it's all jokes here. We both mess up reading all the time. It's okay. It's called practice.
If anyone has watched any of my Let's Plays, you already know that.
Yo, I cannot speak when we're streaming.
Speaking is hard when you're trying to do a stream. Your words get all jumped up.
Yes. Sorry, I was busy looking up what cut of steak is used for cheesesteaks. Because I can't remember if it's skirt steak or if it's... I know it's not a flank steak.
No, it's not like...
I don't get into it that much. I just know that I like cheesesteaks, and I'm like, bro, let me get a cheesesteak with salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, and fried onions.
I mean, that's all.
But, yes. The only place that I've actually had a soft pretzel from, I've had pretzels, don't get me wrong. I've had, I actually had a pretzel in New York, and it was alright. But, I see the difference between a pretzel from New York and, a Philly soft pretzel. Mm-hmm. Of course, if you come to Philadelphia, the number one place that they get soft pretzels from, the Philadelphia Pretzel Factory.
Yep.
But I've also had soft pretzels from Wawa. And soft pretzels from Wawa hit only because they're sweet. It's sweet dough. And that's why I like it. But I like the crunch from the pretzel factory.
Yeah, so when I used to work for Walmart, what I would get on break would be I would get a pretzel or I get a pretzel dog, and I would usually get either. Well, most times I would get like cheese sauce with my pretzel.
Because cheese sauce is the best.
Yo, that's the best thing you can dip your pretzels in.
Cheese sauce with mustard?
Yo,
Dog.
it's just straight up good.
Or, bruh.
Mm-hmm.
Onion cinnamon pretzels, I thought they were good, but then I got a cinnamon pretzel from the pretzel factory. Bruh.
Yeah, I was gonna mention. I'm not a big onion person. Like I'm like, nah, I don't like the texture of their pretzels. It just tastes weird.
They're a little limp.
Yeah. And like the cinnamon pretzel was alright from there, but like you said,
The pretzel nuggets are okay, but from the pretzel factory,
it's just like it's just a different pretzel. And I'm like, this is what I want from a pretzel.
yes. I'm not gonna lie, my absolute if I'm not getting if I can't get a hot fresh pretzel from the pretzel factory, my favorite place to get a pretzel from is Wawa.
Yeah, I've had pretzels from Rita's. And pretzels from Rita's are good.
Pretty sure those are just pretzel factory pretzels, unless they're like the ones that are in the little spinny. I'm
gonna tell you I don't remember. Because it's been so long.
Yeah.
Since I had a pretzel from Rita's, but like they usually would have like the really fat ones. And they didn't start selling the really like. The regular pretzels that you see until like later.
Yeah, but if you go to like any other water ice stand besides Rita's in Philly, like 9 times out of 10 they have Philadelphia Pretzel Factory pretzels.
I mean, if it ain't broke, don't fix it.
Exactly. Like another pretzel that I like, pizza pretzels.
Yeah, pizza pretzels are good.
I love pizza pretzels. Like, I don't know what it is, but you know, throwing marinara sauce and mozzarella cheese on it, like, yeah, it might be a little disrespectful, but you know.
Oh, don't forget about the peps.
And the pepperonis, like, it's definitely disrespectful, but you know.
Is it good and do I want to eat it?
Yes. 100%. So, what's your favorite pretzel? Because, like, I've already said mine. I love cheese sauce and mustard, cinnamon, and the pizza pretzel.
Yeah, so, like, I like the regular ones. I like pizza. I also like pretzel dogs. But one time, I had, like, pretzel sausage. Like, instead of, like, the dog gave us a sausage, and it's really good. A little spicy, had a little spicy kick to it, and then I dipped it in the cheese sauce, and it was, like, banging.
Have you ever had the pretzel cheesesteak?
Yes, once, and I didn't really like it very much.
That's how a majority of Philadelphians felt. Like, it's crazy. You go to a Chinese store, and yes, that's what we call, like, Chinese restaurants here in Philly. We call them Chinese food stores, or just Chinese store. For like, you know, anyone that's not from Philly. But you go there, you can get one of two things: either a pizza roll or a cheesesteak roll.
I love cheesesteak.
And cheesesteak rolls slap.
Yeah, cheesesteak rolls are the best.
Them things be banging, bro.
I'm saying.
Woo! You get you a cheesesteak roll with a little ramekin of ketchup, bruh. It's over.
Or you do use the duck sauce.
Facts. Yo, that's how I'm feeling. I'm sitting here getting hungry.
Yeah, but like, it is funny, and like you said, because like, you know, cheesesteak pretzel is like, nah, don't taste it. It tastes weird.
Yeah, it's because the dough tastes a little too like bitter or bland.
I think also because like when you think of like just a cheesesteak, it's like cheesesteak and then on a roll, and like the pretzel being the roll part of the cheesesteak, it just seems weird because the texture isn't the same.
Yeah, it tastes kind of dry.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, you're gonna be chewing that. Like, you chew a pretzel a lot longer than you would chew, like, bread with meat, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So, like, the lingering taste continues in your mouth, and you're like, I don't know if I like this. But, like, a pizza pretzel, that's different. Oh, man.
But... bruh.
Nutty.
Alright. We're gonna move on to our next segment now. So now we're gonna talk about some of our favorite places. Some of our favorite places to eat. So, Jamie, you wanna start off?
So some of my favorite places is China. I have some good Chinese spots that I like. Two in particular that I order from. So there's one right around the corner from me called Golden China. We've been ordering Golden China since we lived there. We've been living there for like 25 years. It is fantastic. The people are wonderful. We love them. Best things to order would be General Tso's, sesame seed chicken. I mean, basically almost everything on their menu is good. The only thing that I say you probably shouldn't get is lo mein, but I haven't had their lo mein in like forever. It used to be really good, but I think they switched out the oil, so it didn't taste that good. But that was from like the last time I had it. And Happy Garden is a Chinese restaurant that I order a lot from on Uber Eats, and they treat me real good.
Not a paid product placement.
No. And then
I hate that we have to say that, like when we were talking about something. Like, yeah, we're not sponsored.
No. It'd be nice. Uber, if you want to throw me some money, and I listen willingly. You don't have to twist my arm for sponsorship. A good pizza place that I like. I should have put up a different one, a couple of them, because I just thought of two others, but like...
Go for it.
There's Prince Pizza that's up the street from me, and they have some really good pizza and wings. And then there's Big Ben's. They have some like huge pizza. Like they're, I think the biggest pizza bag that they have are like 36 inches or something like that, or maybe 48. I think it's 48. So they got some huge pizza and it's delicious. And Galaxy, I got introduced to by my friend Titan when I hung out with him at his house one day, and I got me a chicken finger platter. Them fries don't mean nothing. Like, they don't need no salt. They got salt. If you put salt on that, you're gonna die.
Instant high blood pressure.
Yes, right.
It's the high blood pressure hat.
Yo, them fries hit. Like,
them things be thangin'.
Look, I remember the first time I had them.
Come on, you gotta give me one. You gotta give me one time for the one time. Them things be thangin'.
Them things be thangin', bro.
Yeah.
I'm sitting like, yo. I'm like, this is so good. And then like the chicken fingers were also good. And then of course, I need to find out what specific honey mustard these places be using.
Hey, yo, for real.
I want it. Please.
It legit be tasting like they mix honey mustard with mayo.
Yo, and it has that really good consistency. It has that good like taste, and you're like,
you like, bro, where do y'all buy this from? Cause I know y'all don't make it.
Cause like I looked it up, right, and they were like, it's Ken's. You know, Ken's honey mustard. And I got it, and I'm like,
but Ken's off the shelf don't taste like that.
Yeah, exactly. And like I'm like, Ken's tastes good, but Ken's is not.
It's almost like you gotta go to Sam's Club, BJ's, or Costco and get one of the like industrial size ones.
Yeah. I'm like, yo, whatever it is they use, I want it and I will pay for it. I don't care. Because it's good. It's just good. Like, I want it for when I make, because we have popcorn chicken at home. So when I have popcorn chicken, I just want that.
And nothing beats like these pizza shops when they have like beer battered fries. Bruh. Those are my favorite fries.
I want.
Yo, you get hungry now?
Yo.
If you thought Jamie's list was crazy, I'm about to go ham.
So he wrote his stuff first, and like a lot of this stuff I'm just gonna be agreeing with. But go ahead.
Yes, because like being a foodie, I introduced Jamie to a lot of the spots I like going to.
And like some of the spots, like we have Mario Bros on here, and we'll talk about it,
Bruh. We can start with that one.
Mario Bros.
It's crazy. Like y'all could say what y'all want. In the Northeast, I think Mario Bros. Pizza has some of the best pizza. It's good price.
Mm-hmm.
The cheese to sauce ratio is always hitting. The dough, like the crust, is always nice and crunchy.
Now I know some people are like, oh, isn't Mario Bros. Greasy? Yes, it is, but rightfully so.
Yup.
Because I don't care what you say, you're going to eat it, and you're going to eat the whole thing.
Yep. It's like all their food is good. Their chicken cheesesteaks, their cheesesteak. Oh yeah, for those of you who aren't from Philly that don't know, if you've been living under a rock, you can get a cheesesteak made with chicken.
Mm-hmm. Also, their chicken wing platter is good. I had it.
And their chicken fingers, yo. Slapping.
Mario Bros. Be doing the dang thing.
They be out here leveling up, hitting the one-ups. But like, another place I like, Wishbone. I had the pleasure of going there one night. I got their I got their honey fried chicken and their mac and cheese. And like, I had heard so much about their chicken and their mac and cheese. Bruh, it was an experience. I took one bite into it. I was like, this don't need no ketchup. This don't need no honey mustard. This don't need no barbecue sauce, no hot sauce, nothing. You just eat the chicken.
Yeah.
And that shit is hidden. Bars. Another place I like going is Pagano's on Ogons Ave. Bro, their hoagies and their cheesesteaks. First off, you get the experience because you get to watch them make your food in front of you. Dog, bruh. Like, I need y'all in YouTube land to hear me out. The cheesesteaks are legit the size of your forearms. And they're packed with steak. And they taste really good. Hoagies are the same way. The next place, I think arguably, is like, to me at least, one of the best spots in Philly, but definitely the best in Northeast Philly. In my opinion, Marinucci's Deli makes the best hoagie in Northeast Philly.
So I've had that, and so I have a Poppy store that's not too far from me. That's like right across from where I live. My number one guy that I would have my stuff from, like it would cut my stuff. Excuse me. He used to hook us up by giving us like extra meat and extra cheese. When I went with Kitsune to have Marinucci's, oh bruh, I was having a day. And like you don't just have hoagies by themselves, bro. Like you gotta get some chips, You gotta get you some juice. Like, I'll get me some. Sometimes it depends. Like I think I told you guys before. Like, one of my favorite snacks is Doritos, but I don't get Doritos with hoagies all the time. Usually, I get like Lay's, or I'll get like sour cream and onion chips. I'll get what else do I get? I think I like get sweet heat chips or sweet barbecue chips. Ooh, I actually need some water. Some water. But yeah, I love Marinucci's. I was like, yo, this is really good. Like, good hoagies. They get you in quick. They hook you up. Perfect. Another place on here, Nifty 50s. Kitsune and Mrs. Kitsune took me to Nifty 50s the first time, not too long after we first met, and I had never been, of course. That was my first time going to Nifty 50s, and I had a good time. I got me a Bananas Foster, and I'm lactose intolerant, but I don't care.
Yeah, Nifty 50 is like the best place to get a smash burger in Philly. Like, it's not that the food is like super good. It's that it's good, it's cheap, and you get an experience because it's legit like.
It's like a diner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like an old 20s diner.
When I worked at Walmart, me and a coworker of mine, like we worked like similar shifts, and eventually we started going to Nifty 50s together and like getting like our one of our favorite team leads some food when we went. So like that's right there what he said. It's efficient, it's fast, and it's cheap.
And their cheese fries. Their cheese fries, bruh.
They have been sent from the gods.
Yup. A couple other places, I'm just gonna rattle them off. Miss Tootsie's, great soul food. If you come to Philly, find this place, go get some food. Their soul food, so good. Explorers Den, shout out LaSalle Explorers. Bruh. At the time when I was in school, when I was in college, yes, those of you who don't know, I went to school at LaSalle. Go Explorers. But Explorers Den was my spot in a whole bunch of the like school spot.
Okay.
To go get a cheesesteak, pizza, whatever. Like, their food was great.
I actually like that because it it's good to have like places like that for like college campuses, because most times, and I know a lot of people are familiar with this, like you cannot find food, good food, for another like 10 miles from your college.
Yo, for real. But us being in Philly, like, we didn't just have Explorers Den, we had Fresh Grocer as well.
Yeah, so you could shop for yourself and be able to like make stuff for yourself, which is really good. I will say that like a lot of the people that I knew that went to college were doing pretty good when it came to like food and stuff, because they were able to. I mean, there are some people that don't know about shopping for themselves.
Yeah.
But for some of my friends, they were like, "Oh yeah, I went to I do like the couponing and Acme and all that," and I'm like, "That's good. You need that because, going to college, especially moving into college, and, like being on campus, that's a hard experience."
Yeah, definitely. Especially when you're learning all that, like, on your own. But like the crazy thing is, Fresh Grocer, especially the Fresh Grocers in the hood, they make some slamming food too. Mm-hmm. Like they have hot food. The Fresh Grocer that was like up the street from LaSalle's campus.
Oh yeah.
They had hoagies, cheesesteaks, pizza, like Chinese food, like Italian. It was like a catch-all. I was like, yo, it might not be seasoned the way that you would expect it to be seasoned, but for the price, you can't beat the amount of food that you get for the price.
I'll say it like this because I know some people might be familiar with this, but like if you're someone that has like a Costco near you, and it's like going to Costco and like buying a hot dog and like 2 pizzas for like $3. That's exactly the same thing. Like you're gonna eat there because you're shopping or whatever, and you're gonna have a good time.
Yeah, definitely. Insomnia cookies. I really like their cookie when I got it. Like, I got a mint chocolate chip cookie. Mm-hmm. Great cookie. Great cookie. Yes, the hype around Insomnia, if you ever come to Philly, should definitely go check them out. We already talked about Nifty 50. Yo, to be honest, my mom's house, it's no food like mom's food. And Mrs. Kitsune's grandmom's house.
I can back this one up because I've had Mrs. Kitsune's grandmom's cooking.
Bruh.
And it reminded me because one of my friends, he's also Latin, and his mom will cook. And she had some of the best rice and beans, like rice, beans, and meat. And like Latin families love me, especially when I was thinner, because they wanted to feed me. It's like, oh my god, Calindo, you're so small. I'm gonna just keep feeding me, and I'd eat it because it's good. Like, you don't have to twist my arm. You give me good food, I will eat it.
Bruh. It's not just her rice and beans. It's her plátano. Her plátano is great. She makes salad, but she makes her own, like, vinaigrette with it. And the crazy part was, at the time when I first started eating her food, a lot of the stuff that went into the salad was grown in her garden. She is like an avid gardener. Mm-hmm. Dog. Sad y'all can't experience it, but I can experience it. It is A1, trust me.
Nothing like homegrown foods.
Yeah, 10 out of 10. I've hit some Latin spots up in Philly, and they don't compare.
No, I will say, if you're gonna eat any Latin food, you gotta go to a Latin person's house. You just gotta make some Latin friends. I mean, if they don't know how to cook, you can hit up their parents. It's okay. Their parents know how to cook. Oh man. But yeah.
Lastly, any Poppy store, and yes, that's what we call our quote unquote corner store / bodega / whatever you want to call them. We call them Poppy stores.
We call them Poppy stores.
Anyone in Philly, the more dangerous the neighborhood, the better.
I mean,
sometimes.
I already talked about the one near me with my guy who would hook us up. Shout out to my guy. There's one right around the corner from me on Summerdale, but I have not been to that one because I'm like,
There was one that I used to go to back when I was in high school. Mm-hmm. 69th and Woodland.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Bruh. I used to go in there and get a cheesesteak platter or a cheeseburger platter or a hoagie. Dog. Slamming. It was a Dominican dude that used to cook it in the back. Mm-hmm. Bruh, whenever I walked in, he goes, "What you want today, Pop?" And I'm like, yo, let me get blah, blah, blah. He had a tip jar and everything. I used to tip every time. Whenever I had extra to share, yo, I'd tip. Mm-hmm. I'd get myself a cheesesteak platter with like a Days soda. And yes, for those of you who don't know Days soda, it's a Philadelphia staple. Get that Blue Pop.
Oh, yes.
Blue Pop with some cheese fries with salt, pepper, ketchup on the cheese fries, and salt, pepper, ketchup, mayo, and fried onions on the cheesesteak. Dog. That was it. That's what I ate. And that's all I ate for the rest of the day.
I'm so mad. I want that right now. Like, I want that and, like, chicken wings on the side. Like, that. I'd be happy with that, bro.
And then you be going dumb if you got, like, the freaking potato wedges.
Oh, yeah.
Because everybody knows that better than fries. Like, they're better than fries. Potato wedges hit. If you got like the wedges or the onion rings, yo, you was balling, bro.
Ooh.
Unfortunately.
Now we can talk about the hyped places.
Yeah. Where you have all these places that we think are good. And mind you, this is just our opinions.
Right.
Like, it's my opinion, it's your opinion.
Like,
but
you might not like some of the stuff that we like, you know.
Yo, a lot of y'all in Philly definitely not going to like what we have to say if y'all listening. But
so, the first thing on your choices, I know almost everybody in Philly will agree with.
Stop going to these places.
If you're coming from out of Philly, please do not go straight. Like, you can go to Pat's to taste it, to try it. But just don't expect that to be the best, like, be all end all place for cheesesteaks. It's not.
Yo, my picks for hyped places that are not as good as people say they are. Pat's cheesesteaks. First off, they're overpriced. Is definitely a tourist trap. And like this is not any
it's not like we're being negative towards.
Yeah, it's not like we're trying to be. Yeah, it's not like we're trying to slander these places. This is our opinion. People there were really nice. The food was not as good as what everybody makes it seem like. And like, if you ask any native Philadelphian,
they're not gonna tell you to go to Pat's.
They're not going to tell you to go to Pat's. Like, literally, a better alternative that's like a quote unquote touristy spot over Pat's is
Jim's?
Yeah, Jim's.
Yeah, Jim's.
Jim's makes a pretty solid cheesesteak.
And if it's your first time and you want to kind of get yourself eased into like cheesesteak culture, that'd be the place that I would recommend.
I've never heard cheesesteak culture before.
It's a thing.
That's hilarious.
I love it. But yeah, if you want to get introduced into the cheesesteak culture, don't go to Pat's. Please don't.
I was about to say, conversely, I've never been, but Jamie's been. And, you know, he picked a place right across the street from Pat's. Geno's, the other quote-unquote originator of the cheesesteak.
So, Geno's has okay cheesesteak. But it's the same thing as Pat's. Like, people either pick Pat's or Geno's as suggestions for which is the best cheesesteak in Philly. Nah, bro.
Yeah, like, I'd say go just for the experience if you're visiting Philly, because you're like, oh, I went to like one of the two first places that you could get a cheesesteak.
Right.
You go for the nostalgia, you go to say that you've been, but when you're ready for a real cheesesteak, hit up any of the other places that we mentioned earlier in the podcast.
I'll say this, if it's like you're like if you're coming to Philly and you want to see like the historic sites of Philly and all that other stuff, visit Pat's and Geno's, because they are historic spots and they have pretty good food.
And if it wasn't for the people that started those places, we wouldn't have any of the places that we talked about earlier.
Right.
Where we go to get our cheesesteaks.
Exactly. But if you want like an actual cheesesteak that you say is from Philly, nah. Don't go there. What about your next place?
I'm gonna save that one for last.
Okay.
Hey, yo, a lot of Philadelphians are probably gonna be mad at me, and there's a distinction. I said Ishkabibbles, but I think I really went to Ishkabibbles 2. And for those of you who know, there is an Ishkabibbles 1, which is the original Ishkabibbles, and then there's an Ishkabibbles 2. I went to Ishkabibbles 2. In all fairness, I did go after the club. I didn't really care for it because my wait was really long because there were a bunch of people down on South Street. It was overpriced, and it was hot in there while I was waiting, and I waited for a pretty, decent amount of time. And then, it was overly greasy. And in all fairness, it was the end of the night, so I probably didn't have their best.
Yeah.
But it wasn't the worst cheesesteak that I had, but everybody gassed it like, oh my god, Ishkabibbles, you can't go wrong going to either one of them. They make super great cheesesteaks. It was aight. It was okay. To me, the only way that a wait time, it's about the experience for me. Yes, I like the food, tastes good, but
the wait time adds to that as well.
Yeah.
If I'm sitting there for over 10 minutes,
I got people breathing down my neck because it's a tiny restaurant.
If it's hot,
yeah, because there's no AC, because there's people constantly coming in and out.
The atmosphere of the workers, I know. Listen, I'm a worker myself.
Yeah.
You don't always want to be happy at work. It'd be like that.
Especially at 2 o'clock in the morning.
However, if the vibes are kind of
yeah,
that's a no-go for me.
Meh. Don't get me wrong, would I go back? Yes, I would go back. But I'd go back, a little earlier.
Yeah, to see if it,
Yo, low-key, we should hit it up tonight.
Hey, I'm here.
I'm not driving down there. I want to, but I don't have no money. I don't have no money for that. I have money, I just don't have any money for that.
Yeah. For mine, I picked Cane's.
Raising Cane's.
Raising Cane's. Now, all of you who might be aware, Raising Cane's recently came to Philly.
Hold up. You just pissed off about half, if not all, of the Midwest.
Oh, well, for everybody that lives in Texas, where it originates, y'all good.
Yeah, that's probably really good out there. I'm sorry.
It is really good.
I don't know, because they,
No, I'll say it's really good out there, and I'm going to tell you why. Because that's where it came from.
Maybe.
Because, just like with us, with the cheesesteak.
You're right.
Where it's originating from, I could say, oh yeah, it's fire down there. Over here,
it's probably equivalent to McDonald's out there. You go there because the food's good. It's good enough.
Yeah. Raising Cane's is not terrible. No. It just wasn't anything special. It was not worth the hype that everybody was giving it. It's okay chicken. Where the seasoning is in the sauce.
Yeah.
That's where the seasoning is. The chicken is juicy. It has a nice crunch. It's a good mouthfeel when you eat it. But the regular chicken does not have... It probably has salt and pepper maybe at the most. But all the rest of the spices that are supposed to be on the chicken are in the sauce.
Not only that, if you want good chicken from a chain spot, y'all had it hard from the rip because we got Popeyes here in Philly.
And you also have Chick-fil-A.
No.
Well, I'm just saying,
Well, I mean, yeah, technically we got Chick-fil-A, but we got a place that's just as good as Popeyes, especially late night.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm talking about any of the places that are Lincoln Fried Chicken or what's the other one?
Crown?
Yeah, Crown Fried Chicken or Lincoln Fried Chicken. Bruh.
I should have put Crown on there because Crown is good. Crown is so good.
It's like one of those places you looking over your shoulder at night when you going to get some chicken, but when you get that chicken in that roll, bruh.
You will go to Crown just for the skin. Like, the rest of the chicken is good, but the skin alone on that chicken, you'll just have a field day just with that because the skin is so good.
Bruh, I never forget I went down Broad Street for Crown. I drove from Northeast Philly down to Broad Street for Crown Fried Chicken with my friends one night because we were up and we were hungry.
Mm-hmm.
Dog. When we got it, hidden. Because they cooked, like, they cooked it for us. Like, they cooked it fresh for us.
You can't get any better than that, man.
That's what I'm saying. Oh, and if you like fish, I don't know if they're still open, but Cameron's.
Oh, yeah!
I can't eat fish, but
yeah, Cameron's is so good. I am the seafood connoisseur, and like I would tell you, one, Red Lobster's overpriced, and don't go here.
you mean Applebee's? I swear it's all the same chain, but you know. Again, this is no hate. We actually like going to all these places.
I'll give Applebee's a pass because like if you going with a couple of friends, it's a cheap place for like food and some drinks. Like relatively inexpensive for some food and some drinks.
Yeah, it's like Applebee's for seafood.
Yeah, but like Red Lobster, nah. You can go to like what's that place that opened up in Franklin Mills? There's a seafood place that opened up.
Oh, Captain Hook or something like that.
Yeah, that I would recommend because I've heard lots of good stuff about that.
I've heard an equal amount of bad stuff about that place. But again, this is all opinionated. Like everybody has their opinion.
Yeah.
Personally, I thought Cameron's food smelled so good that I was ready to take a trip to the hospital
just for it.
Just so they could be like, "What's wrong with you?" Nothing. Yeah, I'm about to eat this seafood, and y'all need to, intubate me because, bro, I'm going to taste it.
What else was I gonna say? Shoot, break. But back to Raising Cane's. Like it has some good chicken or whatever, but it's just salt and pepper.
Let's hit take two with Crown. Well, not Crown Churches.
Okay.
I didn't really care for the chicken. Like it didn't taste as good as everybody made it seem. Like the smell that they pump out of the restaurant, it smells really good, but
For me, Churches is here, like at the bottom, and then KFC's here, just because.
And then Popeye sits over both of them.
Yeah, like you'll go to KFC if there's no other chicken places around.
Nah, I go to my kitchen at that point and actually break down and cook. But
well, I was saying like if you're out with like a couple people and y'all are hungry and it's just a KFC, you're gonna go to KFC because like whatever. But you're not gonna go to Churches. Not to be like that, but
if it's a choice between Churches, KFC, and Popeyes,
you're gonna go to Popeyes.
We all going to Popeyes.
We're all gonna go to Popeyes.
Sorry, not sorry.
Sorry, not sorry. Oh man.
But one of the next places that I thought was kind of hype, Lorenzo's Pizza on South Street. Like their gimmick is they give you a really big slice for like I think it's like $2 or like $5. No, it's like $5 for a slice. Don't get me wrong, I love the quantity, but it's overshadowed because it doesn't really have any taste. Like you actually have to stand there and put like the garlic, the oregano, and all that on it. But like you gotta do that wherever you go. But most other places have like some sort of flavor.
Yeah, I was gonna say we mentioned Mario Bros. And you don't have to do that with Mario Bros. Like
we not gonna compare Lorenzo's to Mario Bros. Because then we really gonna start pissing people off. But like it's just one of those things that you do to say that you did it. Like low key, there's I think it's I'd call it a bistro. Called Fourth Street Deli. Is it 4th Street Deli? Yes, 4th Street Deli. I went there, changed my whole life. I got a turkey club sandwich from there. Oh my god. So good. But I'm back in the previous section now. Like I was about to say Golden Eagle.
Oh yeah,
place in Bristol, a diner in Bristol called Golden Eagle. Dog.
I had their quesadilla. Was it quesadilla that I had? I can't remember. I think it was a quesadilla.
I've had their cheesesteak. It was pretty decent. I've had their chicken parm. Pretty good. Their burgers, great. Their hoagie, they're small. They're not like what you would expect traditionally from a hoagie, but it was good.
Yeah.
Like, all their food is good. Their breakfast in the morning, slamming. Like, dog. Whenever me and my family would go on vacation and when I was a kid, we would always stop there in the morning for breakfast and then hit the road. Like,
that's good. That's a sign of a good place.
Yes.
My next place was, and this is what got Kisune, Panda Express.
It's hilarious because I wanted to try it. I still want to try it. I still gotta try it.
I mean, you can try it. I won't.
That's fine.
I'll sit there and just watch.
That's
I will not eat it because Panda Express is meh. Like, it's okay for a fast food chain for Chinese food. It works perfectly. You know, it is what it is. It's fast food Chinese food.
You mean Americanized Chinese food?
I mean,
because even the Chinese food that we were talking about is like Americanized Chinese food.
yeah.
But it hit though.
Yeah, and that's what I'm gonna say. Like, if you really want Chinese, just go to a Chinese spot. You save yourself the time and the money.
Yup.
Because I had orange chicken from Panda, and I've had General Tso's. Two of the easiest ones that you can get from any Chinese place. The orange chicken don't taste like nothing. And their General Tso's is like weird. It does not have the right texture.
It's quirky.
Yes. And their fried rice, quotes, it's just brown rice.
And this isn't taking anything away from people that like going to Panda Express again. It's just not for us. Like, this last place has been getting a lot of hype recently.
Yeah.
And I'm not gonna lie. When I ate the food, I thought it was like probably like 5 out of 10. But I'm not a fan of spicy food. Like, when I say spicy, I mean like extremely spicy. I think there might have been a mix-up with my order, which gave me a bad experience. But aside from just how hot it was, I thought the food was... And I'm purposely saving the name until the end, until I get my description. I didn't really taste any flavor in the chicken.
Yeah.
I didn't really taste any flavor in the fries. I didn't really taste any flavors aside from whatever the spicy sauce is that they put over their food. And you had the loaded,
The loaded plate.
Yeah.
Mine was okay, it was alright. The best thing for me, like, the fries were good because, like, they worked well with the sauce that I had. And it kind of tastes like, because I had one ask, I was like, wait, it's cheese fries? Because it kind of tastes like that.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, these are fine. The fries were fine, but the chicken to me, as I kept eating it, because I was fine with it at first. Like, it was alright, whatever. It wasn't, like, the best. But I was like, I'll eat it because, it's okay. It's good for me to eat. But the more and more I ate it, the less and less it tasted good. Like, it kept decreasing, like, every like spoonful, or I was eating with a fork. Like every time I went in with my fork, I'm like,
Yeah.
there's something missing, because I was okay with the heat. Like once I got past the heat, I couldn't taste anything else.
That was my point. Like I'm not the biggest fan of spicy foods.
Yeah.
But I'm able to take the heat.
Yeah.
And once I get past the heat, then I'm looking for the flavor. I'm like, okay, where's the flavor at?
And that's the thing. Like we were looking for the flavor, because I've had good spicy food that's not just spicy, but you can taste the seasoning in it.
Yeah.
Right away, as I was kept diving into that loaded plate, was the fries were fine, crispy, the sauce was good, that's fine. The chicken, and they gave me like a little side sauce just like Cane's.
Yeah, low-key, it was just kind of like Raising Cane's, where the presentation was there.
Mm-hmm.
It was more than there, like 10 out of 10 for presentation. Like the food in the platter looked just like it did in the ads.
Yeah.
Like I love when places do that. Same thing with Raising Cane's. Like all these places that we put on here, I can't speak for Panda Express or Geno's, but I know Raising Cane's, Lorenzo's, Ishkabibbles, Pat's cheesesteaks, and the place that we're talking about right now, they all give great presentation, which adds to the taste of the food, like psychologically.
Yeah.
But with this last place, that's what took it away. Like if the chicken just had a little bit of flavor, like in the chicken itself and not in the sauce,
Or did not have to rely so much on the side sauce that they give you.
yeah, it would have been honestly 8 out of 10 in my opinion.
So for me, for that loaded plate, I will give it a 5, almost 6, but almost 6 because of the fries.
Yeah.
I think some people are like, well, why didn't you take the sauce and drizzle it over? Because that's not what I want to do.
And to be honest, we could be the minority in this.
Yeah.
Because my cousins went to this place and they raved about how the food was super good. I went there and I was like, it's mid, it's alright, like it's okay.
Yeah.
Like
it's serviceable. Like if you're hungry and you're going past it either on the boulevard.
I'm probably still gonna go to a McDonald's first,
but if you're on the boulevard on Cotman and you're curious,
I'm probably gonna go to Mario's.
It's true.
I'll go grab boba from Kung Fu Tea first.
Oh yeah.
We still gotta try that Ryaki spot here in Philadelphia.
That's true. Oh, we should have talked about that. That one place that we went to.
I'll explain. The place that we were talking about that we thought was a little hype was Assad's Chicken. Like, the presentation's 10 out of 10. You walk in, great atmosphere. Maybe it's because we went to the other site, the one in Ben Salem, instead of going to the one that's next to the gas station.
Yeah, maybe.
But, I went to where it was recommended to me. My family said that they went to the one in Ben Salem, so I went to the one in Ben Salem. Maybe it was just a bad day for them. Maybe it was just a bad day for all these places when we, just so happened to go there.
No.
I'm giving the benefit of the doubt.
I mean, I like that, but I don't always want to put it on benefit of the doubt, because here's the thing, they're gonna make millions of dollars no matter what, right? It doesn't matter. But it's not like these foods are terrible. It's not like we're out here saying oh my god.
Yeah, we're not saying you definitely should never go eat there. Arr.
But for our taste buds, they were not hitting it, and
them things was not thing.
Nah, and It's you mentioned like you were talking about Lorenzo's. Like Lorenzo's has some other good food, but their pizza, nah. Like
their pizza's good. Don't get me wrong. It's just a little gassed because like
it's not as good as like people say it is.
Yeah, like it's big. Like it's good because it's like a huge slice.
And like for a sausage chicken, it's okay. It's fine. It does what it's supposed to do. It's hot chicken. Like how else are you gonna get there but making it hot? It is what it is.
Yeah.
However, like for me, like I said, from my experience, when I kept eating, and I didn't taste anything but the fries. Like I tasted the chicken, and it was nice and moist and whatever, but it wasn't anything special. So, yeah. Oh man. And now I'm hungry again.
Alright, I found the place that Jamie was talking about. There's a spot on Bustleton Avenue. I promise. I thought the chicken cheesesteak was so damn good. This was blessed, bruh. It's a Middle Eastern restaurant called Al Sham. Bruh. Their food, every time I have gone, has been great. Solid 9.5 out of 10. Every time.
I think I had a chicken wing platter and a chicken finger platter from there. And both of those, I'm sorry, there's nothing else I can say. It's just good.
It's the first place that I think I've ever tried hummus. And I'm not a hummus fan, but their hummus hitting. Falafel hitting. Shawarma hitting. I had a beef wrap. Bruh. I said next time I go, I gotta get their lamb chops because the only people whose lamb chop I ever ate was my grandma's before she passed. But bruh,
that would be a first time experience for me.
You never had lamb chops before? Oh, lamb chops are great. When they're cooked just right, they melt. They melt in your mouth.
I've heard. Oh man.
But like, yeah, like, I thought it was great because it was like a refreshing new take. It was like a new take on like an old classic. And like, I love chicken cheesesteaks. I love cheesesteaks, don't get me wrong. Like beef cheesesteaks, but sometimes every now and again I want chicken cheesesteak. And like, bruh, it was gooey with cheese. The fried onions were really good. They were caramelized really well. The bread was great. And bruh, I don't know if there's anything special about halal chicken, but dog, that chicken was blessed.
No, like I said, like when I had my chicken wing platter, I was like,
I want to know what time they close now.
What magic do they put in this chicken? Because it is just awesome. Like to me, I'm like, it's like your Chinese store chicken, where it's like, wow, what? Y'all just fry this? Are y'all sure? Y'all sure? I don't know. It tastes better than it just being fried.
Bro, they have 6 restaurants. That's crazy.
That's crazy. I mean, it's good though.
Ayo, low-key, another place that we didn't cover that I thought they were good. I don't know if you ever had it, but Halal Guys.
No, I've never had it.
Specifically the one in Center City in Chinatown. Bruh. 10 out of 10, or not 10 out of 10. 8 out of 10 would recommend.
Okay.
And any of the boba spots down in Chinatown, great.
Oh my god. What was that place that we went to?
We can't give away our boba spot up here.
No, not that one, but like the restaurant we went to when we were in Chinatown. You remember?
I don't remember what they were called, but yeah, they had some good food.
And we had boba from there too.
Yeah.
It was really good.
That's why I said anywhere down China. It was the boba spot across the street from the firehouse.
Yep. It was really good. Really good. And like, you guys are getting the taste of like, what this first episode of food will be like. But again, I would like to start a series of us going to places and eating food and like doing like food reviews. It'll be fun. But also for the podcast, we'll be able to like, when we start going places, like going to different cons and stuff, we can talk about our experiences on that, and there'll be another food episode for like maybe a different, town or city or whatever, because every place has its own foods, its own specialties, and for me, I like to try. Because like guaranteed when we go to Japan, I'm eating takoyaki instantly. And I was never someone who liked octopus growing up, but I learned about takoyaki and how it's made, and I was like, yes, I don't care, yes. I want it, and I will eat it. I would also like to have like dumplings, like handmade dumplings.
I had some bao from this one spot here in Philly.
Did you? Was it good?
It was really good. Oh. The chicken, I had bao with like the katsu chicken over rice and gravy with some bao chicken bun, or like they were like, I guess you'd call it a sandwich, but it was like a bao bun with like a sauce, and it had cucumbers, lettuce, tomato, and like a chicken cutlet on it. Presentation was great. That freaking sandwich was great.
Did you go to heaven and come back?
Oh, I went to heaven and then came back, made a pit stop at Japan, then jumped over to Korea, then jumped over to China, just toured all through Asia, and then came back to the US, back to Philly.
That sounds fantastic.
Every bite was delicious. Like, the texture of the bun was super fluffy. Mm-hmm. Dog.
I want curry, because I've never had curry before. And katsu chicken, because you can get those together.
Kind of curry? Japanese curry or Indian curry?
Both.
Okay.
I would be interested in both.
I've had Indian curry before, or East Indian curry. Only reason that I say East Indian curry is because like I don't know specifically where the people who owned the restaurant were from, and if you're not someone who's used to spices like me, I'm not super used to. I wasn't used to all the spices that were used. Okay. So like did
it take you out?
It hit me, and then like it shocked me at first because I was like, this is actually pretty good. A spot that we missed, and I'll say this, and like I guess we can end it on this. Okay. Another spot that is great here in Philly, Nick's Roast Beef.
I don't think I've had them.
No. There used to be a location up the street from Mario Bros. I don't believe it's there anymore. but there's now a location, or the only location that I know of is in Franklin Mills Mall. I'm sorry, Philadelphia Mills Mall. Again, this is not a paid product placement for any of these spots we talked about, but the roast beef sandwich there, A1. Get a hot roast beef sandwich with provolone cheese. Bruh. Tastes almost as good as a cheesesteak.
Okay. Oh, Charlie's. Don't forget about Charlie's. Charlie's is great.
Cheesesteaks? No.
They're alright. I like them.
Chain restaurant.
Oh, true. True that.
If you want a good cheesesteak that's probably about as good as a McDonald's burger, yeah, Charlie's is good.
Charlie's.
It's popping. But,
If you're in the mall,
yeah, it's not the worst place that you can go for a cheesesteak.
no.
Charlie's in Philly. I'll say Charlie's in Philly.
Yeah.
Because I feel like Charlie's outside of Philly probably ain't it.
Yeah.
But Charlie's in Philly is okay. Like it's good enough if you're out and about. I don't hate them when I get them.
I had them when I worked for Nautica, and I would get them for me and my manager at the time, and they were pretty good. I didn't have a problem with it.
Yeah, they're pretty solid. But like I said, if you want a real cheesesteak, try any of the places that we said. I still got to make it out to Donkey's place over in Jersey, because I heard that they make pretty good cheesesteak sandwiches, and it's like legit a sandwich.
Okay.
And ironically enough, I've never been to D'Alessandro's,
Me neither.
and that's another place that I have to go.
We should go together.
We definitely should. Alright.
Alright, guys. You're probably hungry now. I am.
Definitely hungry now. Please, I ate earlier and I'm hungry
Yeah,
again.
same. So make sure you go get yourself something to eat. Well, while you're doing that, make sure you share the episode.
I'm sorry. I just thought of this great Italian place. That's where Wahlburgers used to be downtown. Oh, and I think it's on 2nd Street.
Uh-huh.
I don't remember what the name was, but bro, their food was slamming.
Oh, wow.
Kind of pricey, but pretty good.
Okay.
But I'm sorry. Let's.
Listen, this is what's gonna happen. You come here for this. I'm telling you, come here for this. We will have another episode based on food, and we'll maybe get into us making and like our experiences making food growing up. Again, like I said, also we'll have an episode on eating food from other places, or like maybe an episode of food where we've tried stuff after this episode or whatever. There are things down the pipeline.
Yeah, don't get started on food places outside of Philly that I've had, because, bruh, I go food places wherever I go.
But yes, while you're gonna go grab yourself something to eat, make sure you hit that subscribe button if you haven't.
Like and comment.
YouTube likes that.
And if you didn't like it, click the dislike button. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
You should probably like it because YouTube likes that just a little bit more, but it's fine.
Yeah. Give us your honest opinion.
Make sure you share with your friends so they can also get hungry.
Join the Discord.
Join the Discord and support your boys.
Yes.
We do this because it's fun. We have fun with you guys here. We love being able to bring this content to you, and
We love you all.
Yeah, we're gonna keep doing it.
Yes. As long as there's a topic for us to talk about,
Which we are.
we're pretty solid right now. But if you have any topics, put them in the comments below, or drop them in the Nerd Guys podcast channel on Discord.
And to give you the update now, because I know I mentioned it earlier, this is episode 8 of the first season of the Nerd Guys podcast. This podcast will be 14 episodes. So, and after we get to, I'm not gonna say what episode it is, but to the last episode, let's say the finale, we'll do a 2-week break. And we'll be moving on to season 2. And there may be some things that have changed about the Nerdcast podcast, or some things that have stayed the same, depending on like what we feel, how you guys feel, and all that other stuff. But I wanted to let you guys know that now, so you're not going, oh my god. We'll tell you more. We'll continue updating you as we get closer to the end of the first season. But yeah. So.
Yeah, that just means that season 2 will be a tad bit shorter. But it's fine. So, we love you.
Yeah.
And we hope to see you next time.
Take care of yourselves.
Bye.
Bye.